Did you know you can get auto insurance with the kind of service AAA is famous for? And save money, too. We've lowered auto insurance rates more than 25% over the last few years. So you can get auto insurance with AAA reliability at competitive rates. And there are lots of ways we'll help you save even more. So call 1-800-559-3379 now to raise your standards and lower your rates. You don't have to be an Auto Club member to get a free quote. So call now to see how little it costs to really be taken care of. Call 1-800-559-3379 and start saving right away. It's auto insurance you can count on from a name Southern Californians already trust to keep their cars on the road. Auto insurance through AAA. Another way we're always with you.
We've got your front row ticket to our fall movie blowout. This weekend on Access Hollywood, Harrison and Bruce shed some tears. Plus, Diva Mariah makes her acting debut. It's a fall movie blowout this weekend on Access Hollywood.
Tonight at 6.
Here on NBC4.
NBC4, working for our community. Your first look at live breaking news and accurate reports you can count on. It's news that keeps our community strong. Weekdays at 4, only on the Channel 4 News. News that's working for you.
Supervisor Antonovich, there's a move again to try to expand the Board of Supervisors in Los Angeles County from 5 to 9 members. You opposed it.
I oppose it because making government larger is not making government better or effective. This has been turned down in the past as recently as 1992. What we need to do is to reform the dysfunctional financing of local government. That will meet the people's needs, not making government larger.
Good morning, I'm Jess Marlow. Welcome to the Channel 4 News Conference. Today our guest is Los Angeles County Supervisor Mike Antonovich. You would certainly share the burden with 9 on the board as opposed to 5, but you'd also have to share the power. Is that a problem?
Well, the problem is making decisions in a timely manner and doing it cost effectively. Currently, the city of Los Angeles has more than 3 times the member serving in elective office as city councilman and mayor than the county of Los Angeles. And their budget is almost twice as large as the county of Los Angeles, and they can't make decisions in a timely manner. They can't even clean the streets in downtown Los Angeles, which is deplorable. The Board of Supervisors, because we are small, just like most of the counties in the state, we are able to make decisions effectively. Not one person can hold up any issue, whereas at the city of Los Angeles, a member can hold up and delay. For example, I was the father of the motion picture consolidation program, which streamlined the permitting to keep production in Los Angeles County. We passed this unanimously by the Board of Supervisors in 1983, and every year, and we would always have it defeated in the city of Los Angeles because it never got out of a committee. And when they did finally approve it back in I believe it was 1996, 95, we saw a turnaround in production because we streamlined the process. The point I'm making, 5 members, we can work, although we have differences, effectively, we can make timely decisions. A large body like the city of Los Angeles, they can't make timely decisions, and as a result, they have many serious problems. Most of the problems that we have is not a result of our size, it's the failure of the state to allow the cities and the counties to have the sales tax and the property tax revenues that we generate to be spent on local needs.
The majority on your board has approved seeking, I guess, ultimately to put it on the ballot in Los Angeles County to expand 5 to 9. But that was done under extraordinary political pressure, wasn't it?
Not necessarily. The board has voted to have an ordinance drawn up in 45 days to look at the issue of putting it on the ballot. So they have not made that decision, but I am sure 3 members of the body will make that decision. At the state level, Senator Polanco, who was trying to build some pork barrel projects in this district, was unsuccessful, so he attempted to enlarge the board by having a constitutional amendment placed on the state ballot to be voted on next year. That proposal, we don't believe, will be passed by the state legislature. It has passed policy committees, but we believe because it takes a 2/3 vote as a constitutional amendment, it will not be passed in either the Senate or the Assembly.
But would the majority on the board have buckled under that kind of threat? It seemed unlikely that the entire state would be allowed to vote on what Los Angeles County does, and even less likely that it would pass.
Well, remember what Edmund Burke said, when the legislature's in session, life, liberty, and property are always at stake. So you never know what's going to come out of Sacramento. However, I believe that it would not have passed, and if it was enacted by the state legislature and placed on the ballot, I firmly believe that the state of California would vote it down, because this is a local issue. It needs to be decided by the people within the community who are represented by their supervisors and not the state.
Would you agree that the chances are very good that Los Angeles County will turn down the expansion, looking at the recent history, the three you mentioned, but also the city of Los Angeles and the effort to expand the city council? That was soundly defeated.
Right. The city of Los Angeles wanted to expand their council to 21 members or 25 members, and both of those proposals were just voted down just a couple months ago when they had the charter reform on the ballot.
On the other side of the coin, each of you sitting on the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors represents millions and millions of people. It is an extraordinary bit of power and responsibility. But with an additional 4, you probably would have more ethnic diversity, broader representation for the people generally. Would you agree with that?
Well,
That certainly is the argument.
Right now, you have members that are very diverse. We have African American, we have Hispanic American, we have a Croatian American, we have Protestant, Catholic, Jewish members serving on the council. So we are a pluralistic body. But
you missed Asian.
Well, we have one of the members' son is Asian, and that's my son, little Michael. The point is, we don't want to have qualifications in America based upon religion or race. We want to get away from the Ku Klux Klan philosophy of the antebellum periods where race was a criteria. That's wrong. We are all Americans, and people have to have the opportunity of running for office without religious or ethnic qualifications or tests. You cannot have one particular person represent every ethnic group and fractionalize our great nation. Matt Fong was state treasurer. He was Asian American. He did a good job regardless of his coming as an ethnic member of the community. Senator Edward Brooke from Massachusetts, African American, represented the state of Massachusetts effectively in the Senate, even though he was African American and most of the members in Massachusetts were not African American. Let's get down to the point of electing people on qualifications and how you feel about an individual, not because of their race, color, or creed, or religion.
Mr. Supervisor, we're going to pause for a moment. The news conference will continue.
Festival Los Angeles and NBC4 bring you the Latin American Cultural Expo. Hello, I'm Fernell Chapman.
And I'm Michelle Ruiz. Join us October 3rd at the Music Center Plaza.
A tour of Mexico, the Caribbean, and Central and South Americas through music, dance, art, and food.
Non-stop entertainment featuring Franco and Alvaro Torres.
Festival Los Angeles, admission is free.
Celebrate Latino Heritage Month with us, NBC4.
It's your passport to culinary adventure, as you've seldom seen it.
This is the Spam capital of the world.
Experience the most dazzling taste of world cuisine. Make your reservation at the Travel Cafe this morning at 9 here on NBC4.
Tonight on an all-new Third Watch, on a day of disaster, a rookie will learn the hard way that every minute, every second counts, and life can change in an instant. No! All new Third Watch, NBC tonight at 8, 7 Central. Then, you share the road with millions of strangers. What if the one behind you snapped? Somebody help me! Road Rage, NBC tonight.
Baseball's postseason. Coverage begins Tuesday night at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on NBC.
There are many important reasons for walking in AIDS Walk Los Angeles.
Because every 13 minutes, one more American is infected with HIV.
Because I know that the new treatments mean hope, not victory.
Because I want kids to grow up in a world free of AIDS.
And because AIDS is still a crisis, period.
Register today for AIDS Walk Los Angeles, a 10-kilometer fundraising walkathon benefiting AIDS Project Los Angeles. Call 323-466-WALK.
Why will you walk?
Monday at 5 on the Channel 4 News. Exclusive. Southern Californians on the verge of losing their dream homes in Baja. And wait until you hear why. Find out who's to blame and if this nightmare could happen to you. Monday at 5 on the Channel 4 News.
Supervisor Antonovich, you have now resolved, it appears, one of the great problems in East LA, and that is the future of County USC Medical Center. The satellite hospital in Baldwin Hills, is that going to make up the difference in bed?